All right, it's 9 o'clock on the dot. So I see we still have some people trickling in. So while they're doing that, I just wanted to share some quick housekeeping. As you can see, you're muted. Your video is completely disabled for everyone. Our Q&A and our chat are live. We're going to try to hold off on questions until the end of the webinar, but please submit them throughout and Sitraka and I will go ahead and get those answered for you. And then also as well, we are recording this webinar. So anyone who's registered, even if you have to drop off a little bit early or you come late, we will be sending an email with the recording to this webinar. So great. Well, Sitraka, if you're ready, I'm gonna go ahead and share our videos. Hi.
I decided to go with the ocean theme for today because
everybody can say how jealous they are. They probably wish they were there right now.
So we all do.
A nice restaurant and bar. I'm hoping to go to one in the near future.
With the ocean outside of the restaurant and bar. How about that?
Ideal. Okay. So, well, hi everyone. I'm Lindsey Rogers, MORTARR's new community manager, but some of you may recognize me as a customer success manager as well. And then we also have Sitraka with us.
Yeah, and I'm also a CSM here at MORTARR as well, and I work in the same department as Lindsey. Just to kind of give you a brief overview of what I do. So I help create, manage, monitor, update, and optimize profiles on the platform. And I also try to provide at least a positive experience for all of our subscribers out there. So a big shout out to all of you, all of the more subscribers out there.
Yeah. So like Sitraka was saying, him and I, we work in the same department. So I thought I'd drag him in for today's webinar. As you all know, you registered for the Anatomy of a Top Profile. So we just want to thank you so much for coming. And Sitraka and I, we really thought we would be the best ones to go over this. I mean, come on, we are the experts. So, you know, as customer success managers, I can say that we're really passionate about what it takes to make a profile stand out. You know, we do this every single day and we really know MORTARR, you know, frontwards, backwards, the whole thing. So this webinar should be really great for everybody, just to kind of get some tips and tricks on, you know, how to make your profile truly stand out. Also, for attending and registering for this webinar, you'll receive a complimentary 15-minute profile review with a customer success manager. We will send out additional information about this in the follow-up email. So don't worry, you'll have some additional info and you'll be able to chat with you know, some friendly CSMs out there. So thanks. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen with you really quick. All right,
perfect. So as Lindsey's going to share the screen, so the first question you might ask yourself is, why would you want a MORTARR profile? Like, what are the benefits? So in a nutshell, the more opportunities your company has to expand their presence online, the better your findability. And MORTARR is another opportunity to become listed online by way of your profile, your project galleries, or your showrooms, and the per photo optimizations, which we will go over on with today. And not only that, but MORTARR is an active online community of 100% focused on commercial construction and design. So no more irrelevant searches and leads. You know, we've all been there. And the reason why MORTARR was created was to make it a lot easier to get what you need for your next commercial project. And just to kick things off as well, is we have two types of profiles on MORTARR. So we have a pro and a brand profile. If you are a service-based company, such as an architectural firm, an engineer, a general contractor, subcontractor, designer, you would create a pro profile. If your company is product-based, say you sell window treatments, flooring, or countertops, you will create a brand profile. So pro profiles provide a service and brand profiles provides products. Now we are aware that there are companies out there that blend in both lines. They're both pro and brand. So we just want to make sure if you decide to showcase your work and your products and your projects on our site, feel free to reach out to us and we can definitely discuss what would benefit your company the most. So.
Great, thank you for that. And really quick, I did see a quick note that there was a little with my voice. So I'm using some headphones. Hopefully that works. Sitraka, is that coming from your computer by chance?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I'm really sorry about that, everybody. But I have my headphones in. Hopefully this will help just a little bit for all of you. And Sitraka just went over the differences in profiles. And today we're going to go ahead and get started with a pro profile. So here we are on mortar.com. This is Mortar's homepage. I'm already logged into this professional profile. So I'll go ahead up here in the right-hand corner, select profile so that we can get to what a profile looks like. So here what I'll do is just kind of go through, the things you can do to really help make your Mortar profile stand out. And the first thing I want to touch on here is you adding in a logo and also a background photo. These are really beneficial because this is somebody's first view of who you are here on Mortar. If you ever, of course, need help when it comes to, sizing your logo or doing anything like that, you can always reach out to your friendly CSM. But putting this information in here and having it with your logo kind of branded across your social pages will be beneficial for people who may be familiar with you or viewing you kind of all over the internet. Here with your background image, this is someone's first view of what it is that you do. So we suggest maybe one of your favorite projects, a high-res image, just to kind of give people a quick taste of what your company is about. As I scroll down here, another section I want to touch on is the About Us section. This is a great place to put in as much information as you can about who you are, where you came from, and what it is that you do. We truly actually recommend maybe doing like a copy and paste from some direct information on your website. And that's in hopes of being found in more places when someone's looking you up through Google or just online. It kind of captures any of the organic SEO work that your website's already done for your company. What's great about this About Us section is, you can put in as much information as you'd like here. It's also everything that's within this section is searchable here on Mortar. So you can see here that In Unison Design uses words like create spaces, colorful stories. So if somebody's searching something colorful or things like that, this really benefits their searchability here on Mortar. So we'll go ahead and scroll down here in the profile. One thing I wanted to make sure to touch on is the visit website section. Make sure that when you're creating your profile here on Mortar, that you ensure that this part is filled in. If somebody clicks this, it truly goes right back to your website. So this will be great ways to, kind of get some referral links back to your website, kind of see some traffic coming from Mortar. Another thing that's important as well is adding in your social links. We do give the option to copy and paste as many of those that you have or that your company participates in. Of course, you don't have to fill them all in, but any additional information you can put here, again, is just really helpful when it comes to those referral links, which if some of you don't know, a referral link would be somebody coming from Mortar over to your website or your social pages. So I'll go ahead and scroll down here a little bit. So another part I wanted to touch on here when it comes to, the top parts of a profile on Mortar is your areas of expertise. This kind of works just like the About Us section does in that it's completely searchable here on Mortar. So in here, put everything that your company does. All of the services that you provide, even if it's something unique that you did for maybe a couple of your customers, put that information in here, and anybody who comes to Mortar and is searching for that, your profile will then populate for them and will give them an option to learn more about who you are and what it is that you do. Those I would have to say would be some of the most important parts of your company profile. And please know that the more information you can put in here, the better. I've seen areas of expertise that are, you know, maybe a page or more long. And I know that that seems like a lot of information to see from a profile, but I have to say when someone comes to Mortar and they are searching, they will come across what it is that you provide.
Yeah, so don't cut yourself short when it
Yes.
comes to the areas of expertise.
Yeah. And of course, if you ever have any questions about that or just, you know, need a little bit of feedback or just some guidance, you can always reach out to anyone here at Mortar and we would gladly assist you with that. So great. That's just, I wanted to cover some of the top areas to make sure that you fill in here for your profile. I'll go ahead now, back up to the top. We were just going through the profile tab here, and now we're going to go ahead and select the project gallery tab.
Lindsay, could you go back and kind of show how they can edit that information?
Oh yeah, good call. So very easy to edit. You would select edit profile here. And then this is where you would put all that information in. So all of that is just very easy, copy and paste. So easy to do that.
As you can see, there's no coding involved. So for the win, very easy. And the great thing is that when you do save all that information, it all saves in real time. So it makes it very simple just to update something when, say, your company is going through a rebrand. You can just go in there, click that edit profile button and just change everything accordingly. And once you click save changes, just saves all in real time. So very, very quick to make that change up.
Yep. Thank you for pointing that out. So now we'll go ahead over to the other tab, Project Gallery, and we will be diving into one of these project galleries, but really quick, I just want to show you, I'm going to create a blank project gallery here, just so I can show you what that back end looks like and how easy it would be for you to fill this in. So I've gone ahead and clicked create a new project gallery. So here is where you would put the title of what project it is or what project it is that you'd like to add and showcase. Important to put just what it is that we're looking at. So make sure, you know, be descriptive with it, but remember that this section here below it is where you can put in a true description of what it is that we're looking at. And what's great too about this area is if you happen to have drone footage or a YouTube video, or you'd like to even link back to another article that featured this specific product, you can actually link that in this section as well. So really, really easy to put all that information in here. You can then put, you know, your city and your state, select the sector of this product as well. And then down here at the bottom, if you would like to tag another professional that you worked with on that project, you know, in Unison Design, what we're looking at here, they're an interior designer, but let's say they know the architect or the general contractor or a subcontractor that they worked with, you can actually go ahead and tag them in here. And even if that company already has a profile on Mortar, you can actually select the role that they participated in as well. So very easy to create that new project gallery.
And another tip that we do have is that if that project you're trying to showcase doesn't have a name, but has a lot of the same photos, like a particular sector, feel free to call that by a category name. So for example, restaurants, office spaces, retail stores, so that if you don't have a specific project, you can just bundle up a whole bunch of pictures together that represent one sector. So just like a tip there.
Oh yeah, that's a really good point too. So whether it's in hospitality and you have a bunch of hotels you can showcase, feel free to, just like Sitraka said, put all that information into one project gallery. So now we're going to go ahead into this first project here, just so I can kind of show you the edit mode of what this looks like. You know, in Unison Design has done a great job, you know, working with their CSM and making sure that this information, everything's filled in as much as we possibly can so that it tells a true story to somebody who's browsing Mortar and looking for more information about in Unison Design or even about this project itself. So I'll go ahead here and select Edit Project. And then here's just kind of the behind the scenes of what this looks like. So here they went ahead and put in the title. They are speaking just in terms of an addition added on to this space. So they went ahead and put that information there. They put a really, we put a pretty robust about section for this project. Just like we were saying before, the more unique information or just the more content you can put in, the more ways to be found here on Mortar, the more likely you'll be found here on searches in Mortar. So here's all this information. Down here, I want to show you the tag professionals. So they've gone ahead and tagged a few of the pros that they worked with for this project. And you can see, because we were able to select what their specific role was, that they actually have a profile here on Mortar already. The two listed down here, they don't yet have a profile on Mortar, but you can still tag and give credit to those partners of yours and just type them in here. You'll see here that it says company has been invited. So when you do add a tag here on Mortar for a company that does not yet have a profile, an invitation does go to them saying, this company has tagged you in this project, take a look at it, and then it gives them the opportunity to create a profile, or at least they can at least see that they have been tagged here on Mortar. So, all right, we'll go through that.
And then there's also a nifty little keep project private button right there, like a little click. So if you're not ready to showcase the project when you're working on it, feel free to click that. So that it doesn't show up in searches or on our site until you're ready to show it. So it's a nifty little tick box for you to use.
Yeah, thank you for that. I also wanted to say too that by tagging the professionals or the partners that you worked with, it helps your searchability here on the site, because their name will then be kind of attached to your company profile and this project. So it's really beneficial to, you know, just be very open and tag everybody that worked with on the project, whether they have a profile or not, just to really take advantage of all that Mortar has to offer, and to be able to see all of the searches, the views, and the impressions that you'll get by adding in as much content as you possibly can to your profile. All right, so we'll go ahead and get out of this project. And then really quick, what I'll do is show you what it looks like to add in any additional photos. So clearly this is a project that we've already done, it's already filled in. So I wanna go ahead and select here, add photos. So we've gone ahead and uploaded all of these images, but if all you have to do if you wanna add additional images is just drag and drop here. We always say, you know, quality photos, the higher resolution that you can get on these images, it just, you know, shares the story of your company and this project so much better. But the more content that you can put, the more images that you can put, the more it benefits your profile. So here's where you would just very easily drag and drop. I'd have to say, so in Unison Design, they are a premium profile here on Mortar. So they don't have a limit to the amount of images or projects that they can have within their profile. We do have a basic profile here on Mortar, which allows for 3 total projects consisting of 5 images each. So still an opportunity to showcase to Mortar audience who you are and what it is that you do. But with the premium subscription, you do have the unlimited ability to add in as much content as you would like. And we always say the more photos, the more opportunities to be found. And what's great too about a premium profile is your CSM will do all of this for you. So just gonna say you're welcome. So,
win-win.
Yeah. So thank you. All right, so now what I'll go ahead and do is I'm just gonna go back since we didn't add anything in or make any changes. Actually, I want to cancel. I'm gonna go back in here. And I want to show you just the edit view of an image. And Sitraka will actually walk us through what this looks like.
Yeah, so the edit mode of pictures is kind of like the bread and butter of Mortar. This is where a lot of the information resides about your company and what you do as well. So the title box is the one on the very top. It's very important because this is how your images are indexed on the site and beyond. So you want to make sure that you include your company name, the project name, location, and space of the picture and what it's showcasing, so that you can get full credit for that image. And if you go down in the description box, as you write the description, remember to thread in keywords. Your target audience may search if they're looking for inspiration on this project or photo. Doing so will help land them at the top of the most relevant search results. And when writing the description, it helps to add what the photo is showing, where the project is located, and who did the project. The more unique content you have, the better, so that you can really start adding those descriptions a lot more frequently. And then below that, we have the space and product type boxes. This can be a little bit intimidating sometimes, but one thing is that one tip we like to give is always select a focal point of the image. Even if you didn't provide that product, we still want you to select that in the boxes, especially in the product type box. The reason for that is that if someone is searching on the inspiration feed for carpet, for example, and this image pops up, they weren't really looking for you to begin with, but because you selected that carpet in that product type box, your image shows up. So it kind of expands your reach that way. And then finally, down below is the keyword box. One thing we always do is always ask yourself this question. If someone searches this keyword and this photo pops up, will they have found what they're looking for? The words you enter here should be in addition to the ones used in the fields above. So these words will help you rise to the top of the searches once again. And always remember, there's no limit to the number of keywords you can pair with each photo, but always keep relevancy in mind. So if you want to put in like funny cat or running dogs, you know, just make sure the searches are relevant, like the keywords are relevant.
And if you do that, you will probably be the only person out there found for a keyword like that.
Yeah, I guess it has its ups and downs when you do that kind of stuff. So, but,
and I also wanted to say too that about these keywords, I remember when I first started at Mortar and I'm building out these profiles, and I would be just so, you know, confused or not really sure what to be putting in these keywords. But like Sitraka said, you want to make sure that this tells a story and that it's being found for what people are looking for. So make sure that your keywords are always relevant. And then also here at Mortar, we have a marketing team who, you know, they do market research on the most search key phrases, not only on Google, but obviously here in Mortar too. So that's where, you know, your friendly CSM, when they're filling in your project details for you, they're getting as many relevant keywords as they possibly can that has to do with this sector that this product is in or this project is in, but also, you know, the things that have to do with it. So the pillar, the benches, the carpet, all of that. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much for adding that.
Yes.
And then once you have all that information, you can click next to go to your next picture, or if you've finished every single one of them, you can go ahead and click done. So as you can see, it can be quite a monumental task when it comes to putting all this information in pictures. And that's why having a CSM on your team is also really beneficial, because we do that for you. So.
Mm-hmm. Great. And then, Sitraka, do you want to touch on these little dots, these brand tags that we have?
The hot spots. So why would you tag brands in your pictures? Well, it's very simple. Tagging products drives your visibility on the site, just like before, and also increases your relevancy in search results, and also gives the brand an awareness of you and your firm as a supportive partner of their products. And, you know, we're all friends here. We're all in the same industry, so why not show them some love, you know? And it works both ways too, because brands will then also tag professionals that they work with in their projects as well. So cross-tagging is really beneficial to everybody.
Great, thank you for that. And then let me go ahead and click one of these.
Yeah, so as you can see, there are different types of tags that you can do. So Hightower, for that one, for example, they are on Mortar, so you can go ahead and select them. And the great thing is that if you go out to the photo view, you will actually be able to message them directly from this picture. And that's kind of one of the benefits of having a profile on Mortar, is that people can contact you directly. Unfortunately, you can tag brands that aren't on Mortar as well, but you won't be able to message them directly from that tag, but you still can do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you for that information. And, you know, I clicked on just a few of these here. So like Hightower, for instance, or even Interface, you can tell that they have a profile here on Mortar, because when you type in their name here, their logo comes up. So that's how you know that you can move forward with filling in all of the details that you possibly can. So, you know, in Unison Design, the interior designer, provided this flooring here. So they went ahead and put in a title, a quick description. You can link back to that portion of this product's website. You can even put in specs. And if any of you are familiar with Material Bank or BIM Object, you can actually add those direct links in here too. So just really helpful to tell the person looking at this product a full story.
Awesome. Yeah, since we only have a few minutes left, I will actually share my screen and go over a brand profile so that we can kind of see the differences between what a brand profile looks like and compare it to a pro profile. So let me.
Great, thank you.
Real quick. I hope you guys can see this. So right here, I'm showcasing one of the brands on our site, Fluxworks. They're a lighting company. And one of the main differences you can see is that they can create showrooms instead of projects and showcase different things. So one main difference that a brand can do is they can showcase a complete project, just like here, like they're showing the Farmington Public Library, and they can tag professionals just like the pro profile. But one thing brands can do is that they can also tag their own products in a picture. So for example, Fluxworks tag their own products here, and they can just put more information, and then you can send them a message directly from that picture. And one cool thing that brands can do on the site as well is that once you're signed into your profile, you can then go ahead and just go to the inspiration feed, look for pictures on there. And if you have a product that isn't tagged on that picture, you can go ahead and tag your product in there right away. So I'll just open this one for an example. And if you click down here, the tag a product button, it's going to put a hotspot on the image, and then you can go ahead and tag your product that way, nice and easy. So that's kind of one of the benefits of having a brand profile is that. And as you can see, if you keep scrolling down, you can also showcase product specific images in finished spaces. And this makes it really easy for people to come to the profile and kind of imagine how this product will look in their next commercial project. So it makes it really easy for brands to showcase their products on our site.
Great, thank you for that. And I have to tell you, webinar time goes by so fast. We only have 3 minutes left. So Sitraka, was there anything else you wanted to point out really quick before we get to questions?
Yeah, let me go to another brand profile. One thing that brands tend to do as well is they like to tag other brands in their pictures too. So if you go to this profile, for example, Meteor Lighting, what they did was they tagged their product, but then they also tagged other brands' products in their pictures too, because like we said before, it increases relevancy and it kind of makes you go up in searches on our site. So kind of a quick and great way to make your pictures more complete and your profile more complete at the same time.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. All right, well, let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and take over your screen.
No problem.
All right, perfect. And then we can answer some questions here. So let's see, I'm gonna pull that up.
First of all, we don't know what we're looking at with these pictures. Apparently we're looking to the up and to the left, but we actually don't know what we're looking at. So yeah, your guys' guess is as good as ours.
Okay, so one of the questions we have is when a brand tags their product in a photo, does the photo owner have to approve that tag? Sitraka?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yes, so when a brand tags a product in their photo, that account will actually get a notification that the tag was there. And then you can have the choice of keeping it there or removing it.
Great, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then another question we have, if someone searches for a company that I've tagged in my project, will my company and my project show up for them? Sitraka?
Oh my gosh, like I'm like tagged. I mean, sorry. Yeah, so if someone searches for a company I've tagged in my project, will my company and project show up? Yes, they will. So one really important thing is, we didn't really show that, is that every time a product is tagged, if you scroll down on the the profile, you'll see projects we've worked on or products that are tagged in other projects. So yes, your project will show and also your products will show as well. So.
And that's kind of the benefit, the true benefit of making sure that you're telling a full story with your projects and making sure to also tag, you know, everybody that you've worked with, regardless if they have a profile here on Mortar or not. So if somebody comes to search ABC Architect and I've tagged them, your information will populate for their search. So, okay, we are out of time now. So I just want to thank everybody for joining today. Like I said, this webinar will be sent out via email to everyone, along with additional information about that 15-minute consultation. So if you have any questions, feel free to reply to that email. Make sure to follow us on social media, and then we'll see you soon. So thank you so much, and I hope everyone has a great day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.